Hello everyone, this is Debanjana. Today I would like to share a short story with you all. This story is very close to my heart. Now, why? Firstly, this is the first short story I wrote, and secondly, I wrote it for my stray friends. Today, I would like to dedicate this story to all the stray animals of the world and to few who were very close to me but left me few years ago. They were Mugambo, Alex, King, Queen, Rex, Max, Rose, and Tarzan. Now, here comes the story. Four-legged friends. I hate dogs. That is to say, I feel like removing each and every dog from our estate, said Mr. Roy to his next door neighbor, Mr. Sen. The latter nodded his head and kept walking. Don't you feel the same, Mr. Sen? Asked Mr. Roy. Mr. Sen gave a smile and kept walking. While walking near the market area, they found the girl, Doll, who gives biscuit to the stray dogs every evening. Like every evening, all the dogs were standing in a circular position and Doll was in the center. She was giving biscuits that day to everyone. They were very happy. Little ones were jumping to catch the biscuit before it touched the ground. Eric, don't fight. King, come on. He's younger than you. Blackie, have patience. Doll was saying this to her four-legged friends. Mr. Roy was in his best mood to curse the girl. It was his only wish to force Doll not to give biscuits to them. At last the day arrived. He found her in front of him. He walked towards her and without thinking of anything started accusing her. How dare you feed these stray dogs? Don't you know? What can I do to you? Doll replied, do whatever you can. I will never stop giving biscuits to them. You have no power to stand against me, said Mr. Roy. I must say that you have no power to stand against me either, replied Doll. Okay, so be prepared for facing excruciating pain and fear, warned Mr. Roy. Do whatever you want. I will continue my work, said Doll fearlessly. Mr. Roy was supposed to say something more, but Mr. Sen interrupted and asked him to stop and move on. Mr. Malik was observing everything from a shop. He came out and appreciated Doll for not being afraid of such warnings and speaking fearlessly for her friends. Doll smiled and went to the other side of the market. I will not allow this girl to feed these dirty dogs. She is spoiling our locality. These dogs were diseased and poisonous. I must call dog catcher, said Mr. Roy to Mr. Sen. Why are you so much worried of these dogs? Just relax and go home, said Mr. Sen with compassion. Whole night Mr. Roy couldn't sleep. He kept on thinking what to do with those strays. At last he got an idea and went for a short nap. In the morning at 7 o'clock, after returning from his walk, he called a number. Am I speaking to Roshan said? Yes, I'm speaking. I need your help desperately. Yes, tell me what can I do for you? You have to send dog catcher at Lovedale Estate. Dog catcher? No, no, no. I have stopped that business, sir. I suffered a lot. I was sent to jail too for this. It's illegal now. I can't help you. Mr. Roy, after hearing this, felt little upset, but he didn't give up his plan of eradicating strays from the estate. He, being an ex-president of the estate, next day called for a meeting at the community hall. Almost every member was present. Many spoke against the notion, but most spoke for it, and few were neutral. The decision was made to remove the dogs by any means or to stop Doll and other dog lovers like her to feed the four-legged innocent creatures. Mr. Roy was very happy and walked towards the bank. Just after the meeting got over. He drew rupees 25,000 and was returning home, and that very moment he saw two dogs running towards him. He was puzzled and scared. Queen and Max, the dogs, named by Doll, crossed Mr. Roy and ran after a man. That man was running too. No one understood what happened exactly. Mr. Roy, after cursing those dogs, put his hand inside a small leather bag which he was carrying and uttered a loud cry. My God, where is the money? I kept it here, exactly here. Many people came towards him and inquired further about the situation. After a few minutes, the gatekeeper came and asked Mr. Roy, Sir, is this yours? And handed over a small white poly pack to him. He was excited to see the packet, and yes, that was his 25,000 cash which he drew from the bank half an hour back. Everyone present there asked the gatekeeper about it, and he replied, Queen and Max were running after a man, and that man was running and trying to escape, but Max caught his gins and he fell. Then Ramesh and I ran to the spot to rescue the man, but we found him lying on 500 rupee notes. He pulled him up and picked up every note. After prolonged denial, at last he confessed that he stole it from an old man. We sent him to the president of the estate. Everyone present there praised Queen and Max and thanked the gatekeeper for their good service. Mr. Roy put the white polypack inside his small leather bag and stood there looking at Queen and Max, who were busy then having biscuits given by a shopkeeper for their good deeds. So friends, my story ends here. I hope you liked it. Thanks a lot for listening to